So let's start this week off with another story. Outside of work, not many people would guess that Brandon works as a car salesman. He doesn't have the typical salesman personality. He isn't a fast talker. In fact, most people would say that Brandon is slow to speak. Something he is proud of because it reminds him of that scripture passage in James. He doesn't necessarily like to talk. He likes to listen. Often your first impression of Brandon is that he's shy and a little introverted. This is not necessarily true. Others don't always see him as a people person, but Brandon loves being with people. He sincerely enjoys meeting every single customer that comes his way at the dealership. He truly wants to learn about why they are buying a car, what they need from that car, and how much they can comfortably afford with that car. His purpose at work is to connect folks with the perfect car for them. At first, Brandon struggled to compete with the other more aggressive and results-driven salesmen. But after a couple years with repeat customers, family loyalties, word-of-mouth referrals, Brandon is the best salesman his dealership has. Brandon feels like he is perfectly designed for this job. Over the last 3 weeks, we have been talking about workship on the idea that we were created to work, we can work like God works, and we can display the image of God as we work. God is a creator and a sustainer, a redeemer, a communicator, an enabler, and a convictor. And every one of our jobs has at least some part of that in it. And as we do those jobs with those things, we can look like God in those ways. We're going to shift a little bit more and start talking about how God has created humanity to work. God has created us to work, commanded us to work, and we work in God's context, the context He has given us to work in, and with the community He has surrounded us to work with. God has called us to work in His context and with His community.